Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, come in. Rebuck. He's crashing. He's checking ground. He's checking.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Barlow. Buying time to his left. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
This is taken at the 23. A good return there, 17 yards, and it'll be Titan football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 55 yards.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Squeeze, double.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
We go, what?
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, Barlow. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Barlow flush. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big run there by Henry. 48 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first, and he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 81 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back. Get it.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
152 fighter.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pilot, 64, smile.
Running from the gun with Henry. He stiff-arms him and shutting him off. Now open field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Rush in. Rush in. Rush.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
5.
They'll look to throw here. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Watch 82. Watch 80.
80 weapon.
To sneak out late. Watch 80.
Hey, exit.
Check 50. Check 50. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker. Hey.
You're out.
Check 24.
Come.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run it here with Bernard. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Been a long day for you. Slam, slam, slam. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Check. Deuce.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, pick your game.
a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
4 yards on the pickup.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Barlow. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Derrick Henry pushes past him. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
61, matchbox lights.
2nd and 3. Try to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Right there. 50. Double dog. That's the way.
Throwing on first down. Barlow. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Here we go, D. Here I come. Hey, watch it.
Operating from the gun. Barlow. And the catch good. It's Eifert. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I'm here all day. Motion to the backfield. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. 54's Mike.
From the gun, Barlow. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Keep playing, Mike. Here we go. 50 seconds. Touchdown. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Watch that.
To throw on third down. Barlow flushed out right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Bullock's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deep.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Shoves him aside. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down, here's Henry. Broke through some contacts, but unable to reach the 40. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll set up a throw, rolling to his right. And he locates Walker, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
10-2 soft.
Come on. Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left.
Yeah.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Titans, gain of 12. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he'll go down at the 28. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already, Rob.
And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 78 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He'll run it.
Let it break.
57 mark. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Right there. 54 Mike. Right here.
On 1st and 10, Barlow. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
The Titans take over.
On the ready.
1st and 10.
57. Ready? Check 24. Check 24. Check.
Ready?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Succo. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Barlow. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Got some real estate inside the 30. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Barlow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Barlow, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Barlow. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Again, it's Henry. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Titans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run with Henry, and he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Ready. Mike's 5-4. Bang it. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
And we got to get to the ball.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barlow. Open man is Ross. Complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. On the move to his left. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Barlow. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And some room to work. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. On 1st down, Barlow. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. From the gun, Barlow. And Eifert has it. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Titans, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.